What is going on, guys? It's Cam Jam here, and welcome back to another ROTC uniform video. Now, this is going to be specifically on the Class A jacket. So, what you got here? Okay, so let me explain first. Obviously, I'm not wearing this because, one, it's in the middle of June, and it's like 90-something degrees outside. And, it's just not going to work wearing this thick, black, heavy jacket outside in the middle of June. There's no way I'm doing that, sorry. But I'm gonna, and it's also just a lot easier to go over it right here instead of me just wearing it, pointing to whatever, because I don't have a secondary cameraman. It's just me on my own right now. Alright, so anyways, let's get back into it. As you can see, it's all set up, everything. You got your undershirt, the blue or whatever color of your Class B shirt, and you got your tie. Alright, so what I've got here is a couple of extra stuff. I got some ribbons, obviously ribbons. I got some cords, some arcs, and all that stuff. So this is what we're going to be going over. Alright, so obviously you got your regular stuff. You got your honor unit symbol if you got that. You got your name tag. You got your unit insignia, your ribbons, and all that stuff. Alright, so with the cords, what you want to do is when you get your first cord, it's going to go on your left side. So this is the first cord. And if you get a second cord, such as the Raider or rifle cord, whatever cord you get, it doesn't matter. It depends on what it is. So like, I don't know what the correct designation is, but let's say like this one is N-2-7, whatever. Then if it's your first one, it's going to stay right there. If you get another one, let's say it's like N-2-5. This one is going to be moved over here, and your N-2-5 is going to be put right here. So your highest, or I don't know how to explain it, your highest cord is always going to go on your left side, just like with your ribbons. So like N-1-1, that's going to be at the very bottom, and like N-1. No, I'm getting it all confused. I'm sorry. N-1-1 is going to be at the bottom, and then something ridiculous like N-10-10 is going to be at the very top, all the way to the left. Now, if you've got one that's lower, let's say it's like N-1-2, it's going to stay right here, and your N-1-7 is going to stay right here. So it's just like your ribbons. Now with your arcs, you're going to always want to center them. So if you've got one, it's going to be right here in that little middle space. If you've got two, you're going to center them and at least like a pinky finger apart, about like that. If you've got more than just two or three, it's going to work the same way, except they're going to be like a little closer. It's going to be more tightly packed or whatever. But it's still pretty much the same thing. You always want to keep them centered and looking good and neat and everything like that. Now with these, as you can see, the torches, they run pretty much almost the same angle as your collar right here. So if you've got a torch like this or whatever on your Class A, it's going to run in line with this. Alright. And now for some extra stuff, let's see. Let's say you got like a Raider medal or whatever medal you've got. Specifically, I'm in Raiders, so most of what I have is just Raider medals. What you do, you can't have both. It's either one or the other. On special occasions, you can have both, like let's say a military ball. On military ball, you can have both. But standard, you either only have ribbons or only have medals. So let's say you want your medals, alright? So you take all your ribbon racks off, and if you've got just one medal, it's going to be centered right there. Okay, you can't really see it. It's going to be centered right there. About maybe a 1/4 inch away from the top line of your pocket right here. And if you've got more than just one medal, of course, you're going to move them over. You're going to make room for them or whatever. And on special occasions like military ball, you can keep your ribbons and your medal. Just make sure that they are both centered. Alright. So that is pretty much. Oh wait, I almost forgot tie. Can't forget the tie. So obviously your tie is gonna be right there. Now I don't have the regular like issued tie that you're supposed to have. So I just got one of my own. It's a little glossy, but it'll be okay. So you just want to keep it, nice and tight. You don't want it to choke you though, because if you choke, you're gonna be standing there at attention, and then you're just gonna pass out. That's why you don't lock your knees. So anyways, just try to keep your collars nice and straight. Iron them if you need to. If it's safe for your uniform, probably should be. And that's about it, pretty much. Oh, another thing I just noticed. Your stars, your honor unit stars, if you have them, make sure you keep them as straight as possible. Mine isn't really that straight right now. I'll fix that. I'll fix that later. But you want to keep them, pretty much you want this uniform being spot on. You don't want any stuff, flying off or out of center or whatever, because you got to be really OCD about it for a good looking uniform, a great looking uniform. That's about it. Oh, buttons. Make sure you've got your buttons, because sometimes these things will pop off. Cuffs. These don't have cuffs. I'm trying to think of what else to go over. Another thing too, don't miss buttoning these up. I can't tell you how many times I see other people walking around and their uniform is looking like this with, a button undone. Or they just forget to do the top one or the bottom one or whatever. Don't forget to do your buttons, please, because it's obvious. It's obvious that you got to keep your buttons, buttoned up, pretty much. Alright, so I went over competition medals, alright. I'm not sure about, instructor given medals. Obviously this here is a leadership medal. I've got another superior cadet medal over there. You're not really supposed to wear these, but I think on like special occasions such as military ball, you can wear those. But I don't. I just put on the Raider medal. That's it for me. Because honestly, medals are just aggravating this crap to try to put on and everything. But I think that's about it. I covered just about everything, I'm pretty sure. If I missed something, please guys, let me know. That would be greatly appreciated. If you find the video helpful or anything, just drop a like. Yeah, I think that's about it. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see all you English much. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.